talk a little bit about some of the things that have been going on. Look at the Israeli thing. Look at some of its supporters and some of the Israelis online. Some of the online characters. This guy is a scientist or something, a Pommy guy, and he knows French. Supposedly, he's worked in France. Some sort of scientist could decipher his Twitter profile. This JewAndAHalfMeh guy, he's very much a right-eyed anti-immigrant. And you'd think, when people think about putting certain elements out, or sort of criminal elements out of the UK and hopefully elsewhere, but mainly there, whether there's whether you can trust someone like that. I don't think the Zogists can be trusted. It's very difficult. So, like Tommy Robinson, who's got himself into trouble again. Don't know what happened there. He's quite good with his fists, old Tommy Yaxley Lennon. He's a capitalist. He's a Zionist and a Zogist. Tommy Robinson is a Zogist and a landlord. So he's part of the opposition, really. It's the capitalist system and the neoliberal capitalist system that is bringing all this third world people into these countries, especially Britain, a lot of trouble over there. They think that putting a soccer on in a couple of weeks starts in a couple of weeks. That might be able to distract the meatheads from going just completely crazy, like that other thing last year. Won't discuss that in detail, but yeah, yeah. Don't trust these Israelis. British guy made Aliyah, and I've got to give him credit. He retweeted on his old account that he got thrown off of, and self-deporting Zogists. You got to respect that. I do sort of respect that. Um, Aaron Gross did that, and I mentioned him in a previous one. He criticises his own side. Whatever you think of his overall worldview, Aaron, he did self-deport, and he does criticise his own side. But a lot of these other Zogists, they don't. It's all one-way traffic, and they were the ones who brought all these Muslims here in Australia. Just look at the Sunnis, the Lebanese Sunnis that were dragged out, all the ones that hang around the Lakemba Mosque now. They were brought here by the Jews. The Jews wanted them here. They see them as a kind of brother years ago, back in the 70s and the 80s during the Lebanese Civil War. They emptied out the ghettos, the Sunni ghettos over there. Majority Christian, I think Lebanon still is. So they wanted to get rid of their Sunni elements, as you'd expect, and a lot of them ended up here at the Lakemba Mosque, and we can see what happened after that. And the Zogists facilitated that 100%. And you look at some of these Anglo-Jewish Zogist people, not hippie leftist types even, who are open borders, like someone like Keith Cohn-Harris, sort of liberal Zionist, sort of anarchist type figures who want open borders, but the right-wing Zionists support open borders, like the oligarchs here, Trigubov and Frank Lowy, fervent advocates for, during the Rudd years, the Kevin Rudd years, open borders, 300,000 people a year. They were behind that, and that's just a fact. And you look at the Facebook pages of those rabbis and Jewish community figures. All they talk about is opening the borders. Asylum seekers, supposedly, Afghans, and all sorts of people. That's what they support: open borders all the time, non-stop, demanding third world influxes of so-called refugees. Now, these are mainstream figures and not necessarily left figures, pro-Zionist Ziogists. And these people, this JewAndAHalfMeh guy, he's half Ashkenazi. He's posted a picture, not of close, but from about 15 meters away. And he's got a touch of the tard brush himself. He's half Ashkenazi, so you think he's got a bit of Mizrahi. He seems to be Mizrahi. He's talking a lot about that. And it could be maybe Sephardic. Mark Ames is Sephardic, and he's very black. He's very dark skinned. And this guy's got a bit of a dark tinge to him, black curly hair, I think. Not a very high quality picture from a fair way away. He posted a few days ago, and so Israel's black. They're black, very black country over there. You see pictures of their fallen soldiers, and it's like jet black people. Some of them, Mizrahi, very black dark skinned people. So like Mark Ames is Sephardic. He's black, and Rachel Moisel, who I did the other video about a few months ago or last year, she's black, and they're all blacks. It's a black country. So there are black people importing blacks in Australia and over in Britain in particular, and they've shown no contrition. Um, these these Ziogists, they've shown no contrition at all. So if you were to try to stop the mass immigration, and you think that these people might be an ally, I wouldn't trust him. He's very friendly with a Bosnian Muslim. These jihadis, and he's very happy about. Seems a bit overjoyed. He didn't like it. Well, I didn't get blocked though. He's a bit overly happy about the jihadi takeover of Syria. Sort of sick, twisted things that are going on over there. So Greater Israel might be a reality. I think it's a reality. They don't have any borders officially set. They don't have any borders. They want the old empire back. It's very similar to the jihadis, Al Qaeda, who have never attacked Israel, and ISIL never attacked Israel. Never ever have they attacked Israel, and maybe the Taliban is. I won't go into too many details, but maybe they're in league with the Taliban as well. So the Israelis, the Ziogists, and their minions here, and all of these capitalistic Jews that have and Burgess Jews that have brought all these people in. No contrition at all. They've shown no contrition at all. Until they have, I think we have to be very wary of these people. They can turn on a dime and completely support the other side. So this guy is pushing it, always talking about unrest and the possibility of riots. He doesn't think it's a huge possibility, but he's always talking it up. Maybe he's just trying to foment a lot of trouble. You wouldn't think so. English born and bred, I think. I don't know. I don't know about these people. I don't think there's any course to be made with the Ziogists. Very capitalistic and materialistic and domineering mentality in terms of when it comes to commerce and finance. You cannot trust these people, and I don't think these people can be allowed in. I don't know. All of these meatheads that riot, I don't know whether they're any good either. What are they going to do? Can't trust Yaxley Lennon. He's a Zogist and a capitalist and a landlord. So he's a class enemy. So, and these meathead reform types, EDL, they're just gonna give too much ammunition to the other side. So we need a communistic attack approach, a bit like Taraki in Afghanistan. Maybe not that brutal, but just we need in Australia and probably Britain too. Left economic communism. We need communism back. We need people who are going to suppress the religion and deal with the Muslims that in their most appropriate fashion, uh, and into the capitalistic system of mass migration. Um, Independent development we need, not wage slaves. DoorDash, Sharia compliant DoorDash servants, as someone said on Twitter. So there's no chance that these meatheads riding over there or any of the right wingers here are going to do it in the correct fashion. We just need more communism. We need somehow to bring it back, not Corbynism. I spoke a couple of times about Corbyn. Corbyn is no good, and we need a hardcore communist. We might need sort of a Assad type here. The Westerners need a Assad. An Assad or other type hardline communist figure. Because the right wingers are untrustworthy and the Zogists, like this JewAndAHalfMeh guy, they're not the real deal. I don't know. We need a different solution to what's been offered at the moment. And it doesn't look like we're going to see it, but we need it soon.